Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode. It's time to get ready for Oshkosh again. As of this recording, we're less than 30 days away from the beginning of the show. This means I'm making sure everything is in order as far as flight planning is concerned. This includes having all the correct paperwork for me to cross from Canada to the US and then back. This time of the year also happens to coincide with my annual inspection of the Lancer here. For those of you following the channel, you're well aware that I've just rebuilt the engine. You're also aware that I've been working on getting some high temps that I'm receiving on cylinder 4 taken care of. This is all related to the cooling of the engine compartment and the way it's done. I've always had to deal with this type of thing in the past, but had it under control previous to the rebuild. After reinstalling the engine on the plane, I decided to get rid of all the extra baffling that I had and decided that I was going to put these back one at a time and see how it would go. And that's where I'm at right now. The temperature of the cylinder has come down, but it's not where I want it to be. It's important to note, though, that the issue was only on takeoff and climb. Once I'm in cruise, there are no problems at all. Everything is within spec. The only reason I'm truly worried about this is because of Oshkosh. Last year, I had to sit on the ground for almost 40 minutes before taking off, and all this was before the rebuild and the cooling issues that I've got. So I don't want to be in the same situation this year and have to shut down the engine before departure, should that same thing occur as it did last year. Okay, here we are a few days later, back in the cave. You can tell, different clothes. So I put a fresh set of brakes on the plane, and I've added a deflector in the engine compartment to help with that cooling. I am only going to try this out in about a couple of days because it's pouring outside. But let's talk about the rest of the journey. First, what am I bringing to Oshkosh? As far as my living accommodations are concerned, I'll be camping again for the entire time of the show. It went pretty smoothly last year, and there's no reason that it shouldn't go just as fine this year. So I'm giving it another shot. So I'm bringing the sleeping bag, the cot, the tent, obviously, inflatable pillow, and a whole bunch of other things. I carry no cooking equipment, so restaurants and snacks will be my mode of nourishment. If you want to see the details, you can check up below. I kind of go through a whole bunch of things in the series, and I talk about what I'm going to bring, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. One thing that I would suggest is that you bring something like this, a go bag. Last year I packed 2 large bags with all my stuff in it, and I was forced to stay overnight at hotels on the way back. And it was just too much to carry. It would have been nice to have a single pack sack like that you just grab with the basic necessities, 1 or 2 things in it, and you head out to the hotel, leave everything else behind. The other thing I suggest is a power pack like this that you bring along. I bought 2 of these. I keep 1 in the plane and carry 1 around with me, and I use this to charge my camera and my phone should I need it, because when you're shooting a whole bunch of stuff with cameras and the phones, things tend to wear out. So these are pretty useful. All right, these are things that I suggest. Some of the paperwork to get in order before leaving is as follows. For me, I fly from Canada to the United States. I need a sticker which is issued by the Department of Homeland Security. I've already got the sticker, got a receipt, and the sticker is on the plane. When flying back into Canada, I have a CanPass subscription, which is always handy. It allows you to fly into airports where customs officers may not be available. I used this option last year, and it worked out pretty well. As far as processes go, it was pretty smooth. So I've got that done. This is good for a 5-year period. I'm good till 2028, so I had nothing else to do for this year. So we're good with that. The next thing is when you're flying into the States, you have to fill an EAPIS, followed by verbal communication from a customs officer and from the Border Protection office via telephone. So basically, you call them up after you file the EAPIS, and you say, I'm coming, this is it. They confirm who you are, and they give you that verbal clearance. I've got detailed steps on all this stuff as far as the documents and how to do it in a video I created last year, so you can check above or above or above. I'm not really sure I'm going to put it, and we can go from there. So when you're crossing from Canada to the US, because we have to have a flight Authorization, which is special flight authorization for Canadian amateur built aircraft, which is the equivalent of a experimental home built. You can get this off the EAA website. And you got to carry that with you in the plane. I printed that up last year. It never changes. The other two pieces of paper that are really important are the letters, basically to tell the ground handlers where you want to go once you've landed at Oshkosh and how you want to leave when you depart Oshkosh, whether VFR or IFR. So I've got HBC, which is home built camping, and for when I arrive, so I put that on the windshield. And then I've got VFR for my departure when I want to take off. And you can also get that as well on the EAA website. Also, the last thing, which is the probably the most important, I guess, is the notice for 2024 to Oshkosh. Now, I ordered this far enough in advance that I received it at home, and I have it as a booklet. But you can download this from the EAA website, and it basically tells you everything on how to get there, how to divert from there, how to divert to there, the departure procedures, the runways, all the information you need is in here. So if you want one of these next year, you have to plan a little earlier, because right now, this point in time, it's too late. I think the cutoff time was the last day of June, and we're past that right now. So flight planning this year is similar to what I did last year. I planned two possible routes. Weather, of course, decides which I will take. I'm planning on departing Tuesday, July 16th and arriving at Oshkosh on the Thursday, the 18th. Just a bit past noon, because that's when the notice takes effect. It's only about a 6-hour flight in the Lancer from Calgary to Oshkosh, but this year I'm planning on taking the long way there. So no matter which route I take, I plan on detouring to catch a glimpse of the Devil's Tower, Crazy Horse Monument, and Mount Rushmore. I wanted to do it last year, didn't get the chance, and I really, really want to do it this year. I plan on spending the night on the 17th at, I've got to look at my screen here, Yankton, South Dakota at the Chan Gurney Municipal Airport. I've heard a lot of good things about it, read up on it on the EAA site. ForeFlight says it's awesome, and I'd like to head out there and spend the night there and see what it's like. So that's the basic plan. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping that I'll see you all there at Oshkosh. If you see me around, come on over. I'm always up for some good hangar flying. So we'll see you on the next one. And I guess the next one will probably be on my flight to Oshkosh or a day after. All right. See you next time.